There is a quote that stopped me completely the first time I read it. Peggy O'Mara once said that the way we talk to our children becomes their inner voice. Read that again slowly. The words coming out of your mouth right now, tonight at dinner, during homework time, in the car on the way to school, those words are literally being recorded and stored inside your child's developing mind. They will replay those words to themselves at age 15, at 25, at 40 years old. And here is the part that most parents never realize until it is too late. Some of the most damaging phrases in a child's life are not the harsh insults from bullies or the cruel words from strangers. They are the everyday, casual, well-intentioned things that parents say. Things that feel completely normal. Things you might have said just this week. Today, I am going to walk you through 10 of the most common phrases that quietly destroy a child's confidence. And more importantly, I am going to give you a powerful replacement for each one. Because the goal here is not to shame you as a parent. The goal is to give you a tool that changes everything. Let us get into it. Number 1. Why can't not you be more like your brother or your sister? Picture this moment. Your daughter brings home a test. It is not a failing grade, but it is not what you hoped for. And without even thinking, you sigh and say something about how her sibling always does better. To you, that might feel like you are raising the bar. To her, it sounds like she is being replaced. Research consistently shows that sibling comparisons do not inspire children to work harder. Instead, they create rivalry, resentment, and a deep-seated belief that no matter what they do, they will never measure up. Children who constantly feel they fall short of a sibling often develop fragile self-esteem that follows them well into adulthood. The fix is simple but powerful. Instead of pointing to someone else, point to her own journey. Tell her you can see the effort she put in, and ask what the two of you can figure out together to keep growing. That small shift moves her from feeling like she is competing with someone else to believing she is capable of her own progress. Number 2. You are so lazy. Your son is lying on the couch when he should be cleaning his room. Your patience is gone. The words tumble out. You are so lazy. It feels like a nudge, but here is what developmental psychology tells us about labels. When you attach a label to a child, their brain does not hear a description of their current behavior. It hears a definition of who they are. And once a child accepts that identity, they start living up to it, or rather, down to it. The label does not fix the behavior. It actually locks it in. What works instead is describing what you see and guiding toward a solution. Something like noticing that the chores have not been started yet and offering to help make a plan together. You are addressing the action without attacking the person, and that distinction is enormous. Number 3. Stop crying. It is not a big deal. Your 5-year-old drops her ice cream on the sidewalk. The world ends, at least from where she is standing. You kneel down and say, "Come on, stop crying. It is just ice cream." You are trying to help her move on. But to her developing brain, what you just did was tell her that her feelings are wrong. Children who repeatedly have their emotions dismissed do not learn to regulate those emotions. They learn to hide them. And the research here is genuinely sobering. Emotional invalidation in childhood is linked to struggles with empathy, emotional regulation, and mental health that persist long after childhood ends. The alternative is not complicated. It is just acknowledging the feeling before trying to solve the problem. Saying you can see she is really sad about that, and that it is okay to feel upset, costs you nothing. But to her, it is everything. It teaches her that her inner world is real and that she can trust herself. Number 4. You will never learn. Homework time. Your child is stuck on the same math problem for the 20th minute in a row. Your frustration peaks, and something like "you will never get this" just falls out of your mouth. Carol Dweck, one of the most respected psychologists working on human motivation, spent decades studying what happens when children are told their abilities are fixed. The results are consistent. When kids believe intelligence or talent is something you either have or you do not, they stop trying when things get hard. They interpret struggle as confirmation that they are simply not capable. The reframe here is about teaching your child what mistakes actually mean. Mistakes are not evidence of failure. They are literally proof that learning is happening. Saying that math is genuinely tricky and that making mistakes means you are pushing your brain to grow is not just a feel-good phrase. It is neuroscience. It plants the seed of a growth mindset that will serve your child for the rest of their life. Number 5, because I said so. Look, every parent has said this. It is the ultimate conversation ender. Your 9-year-old is asking why they have to eat their vegetables for the 4th time and you are done. Because I said so. And the argument stops. But something else stops too. Curiosity. Children are natural philosophers. They are wired to ask why. When that impulse is shut down repeatedly, with dismissal rather than explanation, children begin to learn that their questions do not matter. Their thinking does not matter. Their voice does not have value. And that is how you raise someone who struggles to think critically or advocate for themselves later in life. You do not have to give a 5-paragraph essay every time your child questions a rule. But a brief, genuine explanation goes a long way. Tell them what vegetables actually do for their body. Invite them to find vegetables they actually enjoy. You are building their understanding of the world and showing them that their curiosity is welcome. Number 6. You are too sensitive. Your child cries at a movie. They get their feelings hurt by something most adults would brush off. And without thinking, you laugh a little and say, "You are too sensitive." You might mean it affectionately. They hear something completely different. They hear that something is fundamentally wrong with them. Here is what the research tells us about sensitivity. It is not a weakness. It is strongly linked to empathy, creativity, and emotional intelligence. These are traits the world desperately needs. But when a child is mocked or dismissed for their emotional depth, they do not learn to channel it. They learn to bury it. And buried emotions do not disappear. They just find harder ways to come out. Reframing sensitivity as a strength, telling your child that having a big heart and feeling things deeply is actually a beautiful quality, changes the story they tell themselves about who they are. Number 7. You are such a disappointment. This one might be the sharpest phrase on this list. Usually it comes out in a moment of real frustration, often during a teenager's rough patch. But the damage is not proportional to the moment. Unlike phrases that criticize behavior, this phrase attacks identity. Your child does not hear that they made a bad choice. They hear that they are a bad person. And children who internalize shame at that level often grow into adults who either punish themselves through perfectionism or give up entirely because they believe they are fundamentally unworthy. The separation that matters most here is between the person and the behavior. You can be deeply disappointed in a choice your child made, while making absolutely clear that your belief in them has not wavered. That distinction is the difference between shame and accountability. Number 8. You are just not good at that. At the soccer field, your child misses a goal. Maybe it happens more than once, and in a moment of what feels like honest assessment, you say, "They are just not a sporty kid." Done. Label applied. But here is what the data actually shows about children and achievement. A child's belief in their own potential predicts future success far more reliably than current talent level. When you tell a child they are not good at something, you are not being realistic. You are closing a door that might have opened if they kept going. Every single skilled athlete, musician, artist, and mathematician on the planet started out being not good at it. Encouragement at the point of struggle is not about pretending. It is about acknowledging that difficulty is the path, not a sign to turn back. Number 9. Big boys do not cry. Big girls need to toughen up. However this phrase comes out, the message underneath it is the same. Your emotions are a problem. For boys especially, this message often comes wrapped in ideas about strength and masculinity. But the research is clear and alarming. Emotional suppression does not build resilience, it builds a pressure cooker. Studies repeatedly link childhood emotional suppression with anxiety, depression, and chronic difficulty in relationships throughout adulthood. Telling your child it is okay to cry when they are hurt is not raising someone who falls apart easily. It is raising someone who knows how to process pain, move through it, and come out the other side intact. That is strength, real strength. Number 10. You will never make it. Your teenager tells you their dream. Maybe it is art, maybe it is music or acting, or something else the world has told you is risky. And your fear for them comes out as dismissal. You laugh, or you warn them away, or you tell them it is not realistic. Dreams that are crushed at home rarely recover fully. Children who are told that their deepest aspirations are foolish often spend their adult lives haunted by a particular kind of regret. Not the regret of having tried and failed, but the heavier regret of having never tried at all. You do not have to promise your teenager that their dream is guaranteed. You do not have to pretend the path will be easy. But you can promise them that if it matters to them, you will help them explore what it actually takes to get there. That is not naive. That is the single most powerful thing a parent can do. Here is the thing I want you to hold on to after this video. You are not going to get this right every single time. No parent does. Parenting happens in real time, when you are tired and stressed and stretched thin. The point is not perfection. The point is intention. When you become aware of these patterns, when you catch yourself mid-sentence and choose a different word, you are doing something profound. You are literally rewriting the soundtrack your child will carry through their entire life. You are the author of their inner voice, and you have more power than you probably realize to make that voice one that lifts them up rather than holds them back. If this resonated with you today, share it with someone who needs to hear it. These conversations matter more than we often give them credit for, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to grab the free download below. It turns today's insight into a simple step-by-step you can use in the moment.